What do you know about Jackie Joyner-Kersee?
I don't know anything directly other than what I was told. And of course, I guess some may consider it to be a rumor, but I'd heard that there was a positive test for Jackie Joyner.
What were you told about the positive test?
That it was covered up.
Why?
Because at a very high level that decision was made.
What else did the person tell you about Jackie Joyner-Kersee's situation?
That there were other positives there as well. And I choose not to name names, but they indicated that there were 3 positive tests during 1988.
How strongly do you believe in the credibility of the source?
This person is about as credible as anybody I know.
What were you told about what she was taking?
I never did hear the specific drug.
And what impact did the positive test that was covered up allegedly have on her?
I don't know specifically with her, but I can tell you that others that I were told that did test positive during the same time frame retired at the height of their economic earning capacity and performance.
But not her, though, right?
No.
Dr. Wade Exum served as the chief anti-doping officer for the United States Olympic Committee between 1990 to 2000. What did Exum tell you about the number of positive drug tests covered up during that decade?
That there were 50 out of 100. Half were covered up.
And of those half, what happened?
That there were, I believe, 19 gold medalists, these athletes that had been tested positive. And instead of receiving any sort of punishment or consequence, they basically went to them and enabled them to use the same drugs but change the taper times so that they later at the Olympic Games didn't get a positive test and embarrass the United States. So they were being coached.
And 19 of them went on to win gold medals. So you're saying essentially the United States Olympic Committee coached its athletes during that decade, at least a portion of them, how to circumvent the drug testing in order to win gold for the country.
That's what I believe. When I talked about this doctor, he basically said, look, directly to the athlete, there's 3 letters and 3 numbers as the code to the urine sample. So what I'm going to do, and say it's ABC 1, 2, 3, is on the B sample, when I split it, I'm going to leave out a letter. Now, once again, this could be leave out a number, but I'm trying to describe to you the gist of what happened. And I'll just write AC 1, 2, 3. So this way, you can tell your lawyer, he can ask for the forms, you can see that there was a breach here, and there's some discrepancy here with the paperwork, and this will never come out, and it'll be tossed on a technicality. So it was an inside job. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, in essence here, has been going on for a long time, that those who control the dollars, until they develop a genuine interest in reducing the rampant use of drugs, it's going to continue. Everyone needs to know that as they promote the Olympic Games as a fair competition amongst the nations of the world, I believe it's really about the money that they make from the television rights, and that people at the very top who are making the lion's share of the money are controlling what goes on all the way down, including the drug testing and who tests positive and who doesn't, or whose results become public and whose are covered up.
A week after the 1988 Olympics, an official calls you to tell you that your Olympian friend, Greg Trefalis.
That was in 1992, and it was at the Olympic trials for the United States in New Orleans.
What does the official tell you?
That your boy tested positive for Dianabol.
And what happened from there?
I called Greg and asked him if he was using, and he said yes. Now, I knew he had been taking stuff. I didn't get directly involved in any of this, but I've been working with athletes for a number of years, and I knew what they were doing. And he confirmed that, yes, that he was taking it. And then a short while later, I got a call back, and he said, well, tell your boy that he's off the hook. I said, what do you mean? And at that time, I believe in 1992, right around that time, it wasn't called USATF, it was called TAC, the Athletic Congress. And I think that's the same year that they switched, but same organization. And apparently, one of the elder statesmen had passed away, and they had a funeral and a meeting after, and as I was told that they just decided it wasn't a good time for these 5 positive drug tests to come out, and that they were going to sweep them under the rug. And in addition to him, I wasn't given specific names, but I was told that one of them was from the high jump, a male, and another was from the 400-meter intermediate hurdles. And that day really changed my thinking.